I pushed the glass door open with shaking hands and stepped inside. "Excuse me, is there any job vacancy?" I asked the woman at the front desk. She didn't even look up at first. "Do you have an appointment?" "No," I said quietly. "But I really need." "We don't take walk-ins." Her voice was flat, cold, like she had said it 100 times today. "I can do anything," I added quickly. "Cleaning, filing, even making tea. I just need a chance." Now she looked at me. From my worn shoes, to my faded clothes, to my empty hands. "No," she repeated. I swallowed the lump in my throat. "Please?" "Security," she said, pressing a button. My chest tightened. "I'm leaving," I said quickly. "I'm going." I turned around before they could throw me out. But something felt off. The place was too quiet, too clean. No one was walking around. No noise. No typing. No phones ringing. Just silence. I stepped back toward the door. "Stop." The voice came from behind me. Come. Controlled. I froze. I said stop. I turned slowly. 2 men in black suits were standing near the hallway. "I'm leaving," I said, raising my hands slightly. I didn't mean to cause trouble. "Who sent you?" one of them asked. "No one." "Then why are you here?" "I told you. I'm looking for a job." They exchanged a look. "Check her bag," the other one said. My heart dropped. "There's nothing in it," I said quickly. "Just papers." "Give it." I hesitated for a second, then handed it over. He opened it, pulled out my documents, my resume, my certificates, my old photos. "This is all you have?" he asked. "Yes." He stared at me for a long second. "You're not lying," he said. "I don't have the
Ma'am, you
energy
can't
to
be here.
lie,"
State your
I
business.
replied.
I was
He
told to
almost
come. I
smiled.
don't understand.
Almost.
We have no record of you.
"Come
We'll
with
let
us."
you in.
"What?"
This is
I
a
stepped
mistake.
back.
Someone's
"No,
arranged.
I just want to leave."
As
You
you can
don't get
see,
to
the terms
decide
are
that.
quite favorable.
I didn't do
especially
anything
the
wrong.
non-compete clause.
Then you
standard
have nothing
safeguard.
to worry about.
Do you have any
That line
questions
never made
before we
anyone
proceed?
feel better.
I trust we're in
"Please,"
agreement.
I said. "I'm
This
not the person
contract
you
is a
think I
betrayal.
am."
You lied.
"Exactly,"
business.
he
You knew the
said.
terms.
"We
You
want to know who
manipulated
you
me.
are."
This destroys
My
everything.
chest felt tight again.
You have no power
I
here.
just
Sign
need a
it.
job.
I won't let you
whispered.
do this.
"Then maybe you came to the right place."
She doesn't
I didn't like the way
belong
he said
here.
that, but I
Look at
didn't
her,
have a
so out of
choice.
place.
I followed them. Each
Family
step
won't
felt
accept
heavier
her.
than the
Poor
last.
thing.
The hallway was long, quiet.
You
cold.
can't escape
We
the
stopped in
past.
front of a large door.
What do you want
One of
from
them
me?
knocked once, then
He
opened
chose
it.
me first.
"Sir," he
Remember
said.
that.
"We found someone.
This is a
Send
betrayal.
her in." That voice.
What is this?
Come.
These numbers are
Sure.
wrong.
The
Dangerous.
records are accurate.
I stepped
You're mistaken.
inside.
No,
the room was
this
huge.
shows the cover-up.
Glass
You
walls,
knew.
dark
I suggest you
furniture,
compose
a
yourself.
city
This
view
is
behind
over.
him, and him.
This timeline
He
is
was
reckless.
sitting
We're
behind a
risking
desk,
everything.
looking at a file.
It's a calculated risk.
He
We
didn't
must
look
adapt.
up immediately.
Adapt. This is
Close
chaos.
the
We
door,
need stability.
he said.
Stability
I
is
did.
stagnation.
My hands
We
were
push forward.
trembling. He finally raised
This
his
is a
eyes,
disaster. We
and
need a
everything
plan
inside
now.
me went
Investors are
still.
panicking.
He didn't
Everyone
look
stay
angry.
calm. You have options.
He didn't
No
look
delays.
curious.
We must
He
act
looked
now.
certain.
CEO, with
Like he
respect,
already
your
knew
plan is
something I
failing
didn't.
us.
She's right.
"Name," he said.
Your decisions cost
swallowed.
us everything.
I know.
Speak
I regret
clearly.
it every day.
I straightened a little.
Regret doesn't change
"I'm
what
Sarah."
happened.
He leaned back slightly.
But you can't.
"Why are you here, Sarah?" "I
Please
came to
don't
ask
go.
for a
I
job."
can't lose you.
"What kind of job?"
You can't fix this
Any
with
job.
words.
"Any?"
I'm sorry.
"Yes."
Give me a
He
chance to
studied
make
my
it right.
face.
I need space.
Interesting.
To think.
I didn't understand what that meant.
I understand.
I
the
wasn't
terms,
trying
but
to
this
enter
feels
this
so
area,
final.
I added
It
quickly.
is final. This is the
I thought
path
it was
forward.
just a normal office.
But what if I regret
It's
it?
not.
There's no going back.
I can see that now.
Sign it.
Silence filled the room again. Then he stood up, slowly, confidently, and walked toward me. Each step made my heart beat faster. He stopped right in front of me, close enough that I could feel the pressure of his presence. "Look at me," he said. I was already looking, but I forced myself not to look away. "Are you afraid?" he asked. "Yes." "Good," he said. That answer confused me. Fear keeps people honest. "I'm already honest," I said. "Everyone says that. I don't have anything to hide."
Is everything all right? You seem
Everyone says that
different
too.
today.
I
I'm
exhaled
fine.
slowly.
Just a bit distracted.
"I don't know what you want
Distracted.
from me.
You haven't made eye
I'm
contact
deciding
once.
that."
I'm sorry.
My
I need a
fingers
moment.
tightened slightly. "I just need
Thank
a
you for your
job,"
attention.
I repeated.
The projections
He walked
confirm my
past
strategy
me,
is our
then
most
turned
profitable
back.
path
No
forward.
connections.
I understand the
No
risks,
backup.
but the data is
No
clear.
money,
We must
he
commit
said,
to move
glancing at
ahead.
my
The
file.
choice is
I
ours.
stayed quiet.
This is a disaster.
desperate.
We need to act now.
Yes.
Your plan is
And
what
you'll
caused
do
this
anything?
mess.
Everyone,
I
please calm
hesitated.
down.
Then nodded.
Enough. We will
Yes.
resolve this calmly.
He watched me
You're
carefully.
right. My apologies.
Say it properly. "I'll do anything for a job." The words felt heavy in my mouth, but I said them anyway, because they were true. He walked back to his desk, sat down, and picked up a pen. "What if the job isn't normal?" he asked. "I don't mind. What if it changes your life completely?" I don't have a life to protect. That made him pause. Just for a second. Then he smiled. A small one. Barely there. You're honest, he said. I told you. Most people lie to survive. I don't know how to lie. That's dangerous. I've already survived worse. He tapped the pen against the desk. Tell me, he said. If I give you something big, something unusual, will you run away? No. Will you question me? Yes. That made him stop again. You just said you'd do anything. I will, I said. But I won't pretend I don't have a mind. Silence. Then, a quiet laugh. You're different. I don't feel different. That's why you are. I didn't understand him. And that scared me more. He stood up again. Walked to the window. Then spoke without turning. I don't need a cleaner. I stayed quiet. I don't need a receptionist. My heart sank. I don't even need an employee. Then why am I here? I asked softly. He turned and looked straight at me. Because I need someone who can follow orders without breaking. My breath caught. I don't know if I can do that. You can. How do you know? Because you walked into a place you didn't belong, and you didn't run. I tried to. But you stayed. I didn't have a choice. There's always a choice. His words felt heavy. What kind of job is this? I asked. He walked closer again. Slow. Controlled. The kind that will test you, he said. My chest tightened. The kind that will change everything. I just need something simple, I said. There's nothing simple about survival. I looked down for a moment. Then back at him. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm not offering work. Then what are you offering? He stopped right in front of me again. Closer than before. An opportunity. For what? He held my gaze. And said the words that made my world shift. To become something you never imagined. I felt a chill run through me. That doesn't sound like a job. It's not. Then what is it? He leaned slightly closer. Can you follow orders, Sarah? I hesitated. Just for a second. Then I said, yes. And in that moment, I didn't realize I had just stepped into a life that would break me first, and then rebuild me into someone I wouldn't even recognize. I stared at him, waiting for him to explain. An opportunity to become what? I asked. He didn't answer immediately. Instead, he walked back to his desk, picked up a thin black folder, and placed it in front of me. Open it. My fingers hesitated. Go on, he said. I opened it slowly. The first page had only one word written in bold. Contract. My chest tightened. What is this? I asked. Your job, he replied. I flipped the page. Then another. Then another. My eyes slowed down when I reached the line that didn't make sense. I read it again. And again. Then I looked up at him. This isn't real. It is. I let out a small laugh. You're joking. I don't joke. I shook my head. No. This is insane. Say it clearly. I swallowed. This says, I'm supposed to be your wife. Yes. The room felt smaller. That's not a job. It is for me. I stepped back slightly. I think I should leave. You can. That surprised me. But you won't, he added. Why do you think that? Because you need something only I can give. My hands tightened around the folder. I need a normal life. No, he said calmly. You need money. That hit harder than I expected. I can find it somewhere else. Not like this. I stayed quiet. Look at the last page, he said. I didn't want to, but I did. A number. A very big number. My breath caught. That's not real. It is. For how long? I asked. 1 year. 1 year, and I get all of this? Yes. For pretending to be your wife? Yes. I shook my head again. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to. It does to me. He leaned back in his chair. Ask your questions. Why me? You were available. That's not a reason. It's enough. No, I said. You could choose anyone. Someone educated. Someone from your world. I don't want someone from my world. Why? Because they come with expectations. And I don't. You come with nothing. That stung. I come with dignity. Good, he said. You'll need it. I closed the folder halfway. This is wrong. It's legal. That's not what I mean. I know. I looked at him carefully. Is this some kind of game? No. Then why do this? Because it solves a problem. What problem? My problem. And I'm just the solution? Yes. The honesty made it worse. What happens after 1 year? You leave. Just like that. Yes. No connection? No consequences? None that matter. That sounds like a lie. It's a controlled arrangement. Controlled by who? Me. I felt something shift inside me. I don't like that. You don't have to like it. I have to live it. Exactly. I took a deep breath. What are the rules? He smiled slightly. Now you're thinking. I need to understand what I'm agreeing to. You will live in my house. I nodded slowly. You will attend events with me. Public appearances? Yes. You will act like my wife at all times. Even in private? Yes. That's not acting, I said. It is, if you remember it's temporary. I didn't respond. No emotional involvement, he added. I let out a dry laugh. That won't be a problem. Good. What about your real life? I asked carefully. This is my real life. No, I said. I mean, before me. He looked at me for a long second. That's not your concern. So there are things you're not telling me. There are many things. Then how can I trust this? You don't need to trust it. That's not reassuring. It's honest. I looked back at the number on the page. It was enough to change everything. To fix things I couldn't fix before. To help people I couldn't help before. Why so much money? I asked. Because I need you to stay. For 1 year. Yes. And if I leave early? You won't. How do you know? Because you won't survive outside what this offers. My chest tightened again. You don't know me. I know desperation when I see it. Silence. He wasn't wrong. That money. I get it even if I fail? I asked. You don't get to fail. And if I do? You won't. You keep saying that. Because I don't choose wrong. I stared at him. You're very sure of yourself. I have to be. I closed the folder slowly. I need time. No. What? You decide now. That's not fair. Life isn't fair. This is too big. That's why it matters. I turned away for a moment. My mind was racing. My past flashed in pieces. Empty plates. Unpaid bills. Helpless nights. People I couldn't save. People I couldn't help. I clenched my fist. This isn't right, I whispered. It's not meant to be right, he said behind me. It's meant to work. I turned back to him. And what if I say no? You walk out. And that's it. That's it. I looked at the door. So close. So simple. Just walk out. Go back to nothing. Or stay. And step into something I didn't understand. What do you get from this? I asked. Control. Over me? Over the situation. And I'm just part of that? Yes. I nodded slowly. At least you're honest. I told you. I don't lie. I picked up the folder again. My hands were still shaking. Will anyone know? I asked. No. So it's a secret. Yes. That makes it worse. That makes it safer. For who? For both of us. I looked at him one more time. You don't care about me. No. That answer came too fast. You don't even know me. I know enough. And what is that? That you need this. Silence again. Heavy. Unavoidable. Say it clearly, he said. Say what? Your decision. My heart was pounding. This felt like a trap. But also a way out. Just 1 year? I asked. Yes. And then I'm free? Yes. I took a deep breath. This is just acting, I said. Yes. Just survival. Yes. I nodded slowly. Okay. He watched me closely. Say it properly. I tightened my grip on the folder. I accept. Louder. I accept the contract. Silence. Then he stepped forward. Good. It didn't feel good. Sit, he said. I sat. He opened the folder again. Sign here. He pointed to the last page. My name was already printed there. That made my chest tighten again. You were sure I'd say yes, I said. Yes. I picked up the pen. This doesn't feel real. It will. I looked at the line. Just one signature. One decision. One moment. That would change everything. Once I sign. I can't go back, right? I asked. No. I swallowed. Okay. I signed. My hand felt heavy. Like I had just written something permanent. He took the folder back. Closed it. And locked it in a drawer. It's done, he said. Just like that. No ceremony. No emotion. Just done. What happens now? I asked. You start your new life. When? He looked at me. Now. My breath caught. Now. Yes. I don't even have my things. You won't need them. That's not normal. Neither is this. I stood up slowly. This feels wrong. You'll get used to it. I don't want to get used to it. You will. I shook my head. I feel like I just sold something. You did. What? He looked straight at me. Your freedom. The words hit hard. But I didn't respond. Because somewhere inside me, I knew it was true. Come, he said. Where? Home. That word felt strange coming from him. I followed him anyway. Because I had already said yes. And I didn't realize yet. I hadn't just signed a contract. I had signed into a world where emotions were weapons. And I was the easiest target. I stepped out of the car and stared at the mansion. This is your house? I asked. Yes. It looks like a hotel. It's not. It feels too big. You'll get used to it. I didn't think I would. The gates closed behind me. That sound felt final. Come, he said. I followed him inside. The doors opened without a sound. Everything inside was perfect. Too perfect. White floors. Glass walls. Soft lights. It didn't feel like a home. It felt like a display. Stand here, he said. I stopped. A woman walked toward me. Sharp eyes. Perfect posture. This is her? She asked. Yes. She doesn't look ready. She will be. The woman looked at me. Name? Sarah. I'm the one who will fix you. I blinked. Fix me? Yes. I'm not broken. You will be if you don't learn fast. I stayed quiet. Follow me, she said. I looked at him. He nodded once. That was enough. I followed her. First rule, she said. You don't speak unless asked. I nodded. Second rule. You don't argue. I nodded again. Third rule. You forget who you were. That one made me stop. I can't do that. She turned. You already did. I clenched my hands. Keep walking, she said. I walked. She took me to a large room. Clothes everywhere. Jewelry. Mirrors. This is yours now, she said. I looked around. I don't need all this. You don't decide that. I'm not comfortable. You don't need comfort, she said. You need perfection. I looked down at my clothes. They're fine. They're not. She snapped her fingers. 2 more women walked in. Change her. I stepped back. I can do it myself. No. I said I can. Do you want to stay here? She asked calmly. I froze. Yes. Then listen. I stayed still. They started pulling close, measuring me, talking around me like I wasn't there. She needs posture training. Her hair needs work. Skin too. I felt like an object. Stop, I said softly. They didn't. Stop, I said louder. The main woman looked at me. You have something to say? I'm still a person. She smiled slightly. For now. That scared me. They finished quickly. I looked at myself in the mirror. I didn't recognize the girl staring back. Good, she said. Now walk. Walk. Yes. Like you belong here. I don't. You will. I don't want to pretend that much. You signed a contract. That word again. Heavy. Unavoidable. Walk, she repeated. I tried. My steps felt wrong. Too fast. I slowed down. Too stiff. I relaxed. Too nervous. I exhaled. Again. I walked again. This time slower. Calmer. Better, she said. I feel stupid. You look acceptable. That wasn't comforting. Now smile. I forced a smile. No. What's wrong? It's fake. It is fake. Then why does it matter? Because everyone will believe it. I dropped the smile. I don't like this. You don't need to like it. I need to survive it, I said. She paused. Exactly. That word again. I hated it. Hours passed. Or maybe minutes. I couldn't tell. Enough, she said finally. Can I rest? I asked. You can meet him. I just saw him. You haven't seen him like this. What does that mean? You'll understand. I followed her again. Back through the long hallway. Everything felt colder now. Go in, she said. I opened the door. He was there. Sitting. Waiting. I stepped inside. You changed, he said. They made me. Good. Do I look like your wife now? Almost. Almost. You still look unsure. I am unsure. That will go away. I don't think it will. It will, he said. I crossed my arms. I don't like this place. You don't have to like it. I feel watched. You are. That made me look around. Where? Everywhere. My chest tightened. That's not normal. Neither is our situation. I walked closer. You said this was controlled. It is. By you. Yes. And I just follow? Yes. I shook my head. This doesn't feel like a partnership. It's not. Then what is it? A role. I looked at him. I'm not your partner. No. I'm not your equal. No. I felt something break a little. Then what am I? He stood up. Walked toward me. Stopped close. You're necessary. That wasn't better. That sounds like I'm a tool. He didn't respond. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? I asked. Yes. At least he didn't lie. That hurts, I said quietly. It shouldn't. It does. You'll get used to it. I stepped back. I don't want to get used to being nothing. You're not nothing. Then what am I? He looked at me carefully. You're useful. That word cut deeper. I used to think being needed was enough, I said. It is. No, I shook my head. It's not. Silence filled the room. Tomorrow, he said, you'll attend your first event. So soon. Yes. I'm not ready. You will be. You keep saying that. And I keep being right. I looked at him. I don't even know you. You don't need to. I'm supposed to be your wife. Only in front of others. And here? Here you follow rules. That's all? That's enough. I felt tired. More than tired. Empty. Can I ask something? I said. Yes. Do you ever feel anything? He paused. Then. No. That answer stayed in the air. Cold. Heavy. Not even a little? I asked. No. I looked down. That must be easy. It is. It must be lonely too. He didn't respond. I looked back at him. I'm going to my room. You'll be shown. I don't know where it is. Someone will take you. I turned to leave. Sarah. I stopped. Yes. Don't forget why you're here. I nodded slowly. I won't. Because I couldn't. Not with everything at stake. I walked out. The same woman was waiting. This way, she said. I followed her in silence. She opened a door. This is your room. I stepped inside. It was bigger than anything I had ever seen. Soft bed. Wide windows. Perfect view. But it didn't feel like mine. Dinner is at 8, she said. I'm not hungry. You'll come anyway. She left. The door closed. I stood there. Alone. Finally alone. I walked to the mirror. Looked at myself again. The clothes. The hair. The smile that wasn't mine. Who are you? I whispered. No answer. I sat on the bed. It was soft. Too soft. I lay down. Stared at the ceiling. I can survive this, I said to myself. I've survived worse. But something inside me didn't believe it. Because this wasn't just survival. This was something else. Something slower. Something quieter. Something that made me feel small. Even in a place this big. I closed my eyes. And for the first time, I felt invisible in a life where I was supposed to matter. Stand closer. I am close. Closer. I stepped beside him. Not like that, he said quietly. Like you belong. I forced myself to relax my shoulders. This feels fake. It is fake. Then why does it feel so real? Because everyone here believes it. I looked around. People were watching us. Smiling. Whispering. Who are they? I asked. People who matter. Do I matter? You matter because you're with me. That answer didn't sit right. A man approached us. Congratulations, he said, shaking his hand. Thank you, he replied. The man turned to me. You're lucky, he said. I forced a smile. I guess. He laughed. You don't sound convinced. I'm still adjusting. You'll learn, he said. He doesn't make mistakes. I glanced at him. He didn't react. I'm not a decision, I said softly. The man raised an eyebrow. Interesting. She speaks, he added. I always do, I replied. He smiled, but it felt like he was studying me. Careful, he said quietly. Not everything here is what it seems. What does that mean? He stepped back. Enjoy your evening. He walked away. That was strange, I said. Don't talk too much, he replied. I was just answering. You don't need to. I'm not invisible. You should be. That word again. Invisible. I don't like that, I said. It keeps you safe. From what? From questions you're not ready to answer. That made me pause. What questions? He didn't reply. Tell me, I pressed. Not now. When? When it matters. It matters now. No, he said calmly. You just think it does. I looked at him. I'm part of this, I said. You're part of what I allow. That line stayed with me. The music changed. More people came. More smiles. More fake conversations. Stay close, he said. I am. Closer. I stepped closer again. My arm brushed his. He didn't move away. That surprised me. A woman walked toward us. Confident. Elegant. Sure. She looked at me, then at him. So this is her, she said. Yes. She's younger than I expected. I didn't ask for your expectations. She smiled slightly. You never do. Her eyes returned to me. What's your name? Sarah. Do you know who I am? No. That's refreshing, she said. Should I? Most people do. I stayed quiet. She's honest, the woman said. She is, he replied. That could be a problem. Not for me. For her, she said. I felt the tension between them. Have we met before? I asked her. No. But you look at me like you know me. I know your type. What type is that? She stepped closer. The temporary kind. My chest tightened. I don't understand. You will. That's enough, he said. She didn't move. Still controlling everything, she said. Yes. Even her? Yes. She smiled again. That won't last. It doesn't need to. She looked at me one last time. Be careful, she said quietly. Of what? I asked. Of thinking this is real. Then she walked away. I turned to him. Who was that? No one important. She didn't feel like no one. She's part of the past. And I'm the present? Yes. And the future? No. That answer came fast. Too fast. Why did she say I'm temporary? Because you are. You could have told me that. I did. Not like that. I don't soften things. I crossed my arms. She knew something. Everyone knows something. I don't. You don't need to. I'm tired of hearing that. Then stop asking. I can't. Then learn to accept silence. I don't like silence. Get used to it. I looked away. The room felt louder now. Heavier. Do you trust anyone here? I asked. No. Not even her? Especially not her. Why? Because she knows too much. That sounds like a warning. It is. For me. For everyone. I looked back at the crowd. They all respect you. They respect power. They fear you. They should. But no one loves you. That slipped out. I didn't mean to say it. You went still. What did you say? I swallowed. I said, no one loves you. Silence. Heavy. Sure. You shouldn't say things like that, he said quietly. Why? Because it's true? His jaw tightened. That's not your concern. It is if I'm standing next to you pretending to care. You don't need to pretend that part. Then what do I pretend? Everything else. I shook my head. This is messed up. It works. For who? For me. And me. You get what you need. Money isn't everything. It is when you don't have it. That shut me up. Because he was right. Again. I saw your face earlier, I said. When? When that man spoke to you. And? You paused. I didn't. You did. He didn't respond. That was real, I said. Not fake. You're imagining things. I'm not. I stepped closer. You're not as cold as you act. Don't assume. I'm not assuming. I'm observing. That's dangerous. Why? Because you'll start asking the wrong questions. I already am. He looked at me. Long. Hard. You're not here to understand me, he said. Then why am I here? To play your role. I'm trying. Then stop looking deeper. I can't. Then you'll get hurt. I'm already hurting. That surprised him. Just a little. I didn't expect that, he said. Why? Because you seem stronger. I am strong, I said. That doesn't mean I don't feel. Feelings complicate things. Maybe they make things real. We don't need real. I do. Silence again. Then, come, he said. Where? We're leaving. Already? Yes. Why? Because you're asking too many questions. I almost laughed. That's your solution? It works. We walked out. The night air felt different. Colder. Who was she really? I asked again. He didn't answer. Tell me. No. Why not? Because it doesn't matter. It matters to me. He stopped walking. Turned to me. It shouldn't. Why? Because the less you know, the safer you are. That sounds like a lie. It's the truth. Then why do I feel like I'm already in danger? He looked at me, and for the first time, I saw something change. Just a little. Pause. A hesitation. You are, he said quietly. My breath caught. Because of you? Because of everything. That's not an answer. It's enough. No, I shook my head. It's not. He stepped closer. Closer than before. This arrangement, he said, is not as simple as you think. I know that now. You're part of something bigger. What? He didn't answer. Tell me. I can't. Why? Because once you know, you can't walk away. I froze. I thought I couldn't walk away already. You can still leave. And after I know? You won't be able to. Silence. Heavy. Dangerous. Then tell me, I said. He looked at me. Long. Hard. Then he said, no. I stared at him. Why bring me into this if it's dangerous? Because I needed you. For what? He didn't answer. Again. That's not fair. It doesn't have to be. I stepped back. This feels like a lie. It is. My heart stopped for a second. What? He held my gaze. This whole thing is a lie. The words echoed in my head. And I'm part of it? Yes. How big is this lie? He didn't respond. That silence said everything. I felt it then. Real fear. Not confusion. Not discomfort. Fear. Because I finally understood something. I wasn't just playing a role. I wasn't just pretending. I was inside something I didn't understand. Something dangerous. And I had no idea how deep it went. I couldn't sleep. The room felt too quiet. Too perfect. Too fake. I sat up and looked around. Everything was still. But my mind wasn't. This whole thing is a lie. His words kept repeating. I got out of bed. I need air, I whispered. No one answered. Of course no one did. I walked out of my room. The hallway lights were dim, soft, controlled, just like everything else. I kept walking. No destination. Just moving. Then I heard voices. Oh, sure. From behind a slightly open door. I stopped. I told you she's different. That voice. She's the same, another voice replied. A woman. Cold. Familiar. I don't think so. You didn't think so last time either. Silence. Then. That was different. It always is, until it isn't. My chest tightened. I chose her carefully. You always say that. I mean it this time. You meant it with the others too. Others? My breath caught. What others? I whispered to myself. She'll last longer, he said. They all lasted, for a while. My hand moved to the door. Slowly. Carefully. I pushed it open just a little more. I don't want to repeat, he said. You don't control everything. I control enough. Not emotions. I don't deal with emotions. That's your problem. Silence again. Heavy. She's already asking questions, the woman said. I know. Then ended early. No. Why not? Because I need her. You needed the others too. Others? That word hit harder this time. Not like this. That's what you said before. I stepped back. My heart was pounding. Loud. Too loud. I didn't want to hear more. But I couldn't stop. What happened to them? He asked quietly. You know what happened. I want to hear you say it. They left. Why? You pushed them. I didn't. You did. Silence. Then. They couldn't handle it. Or maybe they saw the truth. What truth? That they were never more than a role. My chest felt tight. Like something was breaking. I'm ending this conversation, he said. Of course you are. Leave. Fine, she said. But don't pretend this one is different. The footsteps moved. Closer. I stepped back quickly. Turned. Walked away fast. Before she saw me. Before anyone saw me. My hands were shaking. My chest hurt. Others. There were others. I wasn't the first. I wasn't special. I wasn't chosen. I was repeated. I reached my room. Closed the door. Locked it. I leaned against it. trying to breathe. This isn't real, I whispered. But it was. It was very real. I looked at the mirror, at the girl standing there, dressed perfectly, trained perfectly, lying perfectly. You're not the first, I said softly. My reflection didn't answer. Of course it didn't. Tears filled my eyes. But they didn't fall. Not yet. Why didn't he tell me? I asked. Because he didn't have to. Because I didn't ask the right questions. Because I was stupid. I laughed. A small broken laugh. I really thought. I stopped. I couldn't even finish that sentence. A knock. Soft. Controlled. I froze. Sarah. His voice. Open the door. I didn't move. I know you're inside. Silence. Open the door. I unlocked it. Slowly. He stepped in. Closed it behind him. You heard, he said. It wasn't a question. Yes. Silence. You should have told me. I didn't think it mattered. It matters to me. It shouldn't. It does. I stepped back. How many? That's not important. How many? I repeated. He looked at me. Enough. That word crushed something inside me. Was I just next? I asked. Yes. No hesitation. No guilt. Just truth. Did you ever think I might care? No. Why? Because you said you wouldn't. I said I wouldn't get emotionally involved. I corrected. I didn't say I wouldn't feel anything. That's the same thing. No, it's not. Silence. You used them, I said. I worked with them. That's not the same. They agreed. So did I said. That doesn't make it right. It makes it clear. No, I shook my head. It makes it cold. I told you what this was. You didn't tell me everything. I told you enough. I laughed again. Empty. Enough for you. Yes. Not for me. You didn't ask. I didn't know what to ask. That's not my responsibility. That hit hard. So this is it? I asked. What? I'm just another one in a line? Yes. Nothing different? No. Silence. Long. Heavy. I waited for something. Anything. An apology. A hesitation. A sign. Nothing came. I feel stupid, I said quietly. You shouldn't. I should, I said. I walked into this thinking I had some kind of control. You never did. I thought I mattered. You matter for what you do. That's not the same. It's enough. No, I said softly. It's not. He watched me. Carefully. Like he was studying a reaction. I felt it then. Something shifting. Not anger. Not sadness. Something else. Something colder. I don't care anymore, I said. That's good. It's not good, I replied. It's empty. Empty is easier. Maybe for you. For you too eventually. I nodded slowly. Maybe. Silence. You can leave, he said. I looked at him. Just like that. Yes. No consequences? No. That's funny. Why? Because I thought leaving would be hard. It's not. No, I said. Staying is hard. He didn't respond. I should leave, I said. Yes. But I won't. That made him pause. Why? I looked at him. Straight. Come. Because I'm not done. With what? With this. This isn't something you finish. It is for me. You don't understand it. I understand enough. What do you think you understand? That I'm not the first, I said. And I won't be the last. Silence. That doesn't change anything. It changes everything. How? I stepped closer. You think I'm like the others. You are. I'm not. You all say that. Did they stay after finding out? I asked. He didn't answer. That's what I thought. Silence. I'm not leaving, I said again. That's your choice. It is. You'll regret it. Maybe. Then why stay? I took a deep breath. Because I don't like losing. This isn't a game. It is now. He watched me closely. You're changing, he said. Yes. Too fast. Not fast enough. Silence. You should sleep, he said. I'm not tired. You will be. I doubt it. He turned to leave. Then stopped. Sarah. Yes. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. I almost smiled. It already is. He left. The door closed. I stood there. Alone again. But something was different. The pain was still there. The betrayal. The realization. But under it, something new. Something quiet. Something sharp. I walked to the mirror again. Looked at myself. You're not the first, I said. But you don't have to be like the others. My reflection stared back. Silent. Stronger. I'm not leaving, I whispered. Not yet. Because leaving would mean losing. And I wasn't ready to lose. Not anymore. That night. I didn't cry. I didn't break. I didn't feel anything at all. And that silence inside me was the moment everything changed. Stand straight. I am. Straighter. I adjusted my posture. Better, she said. Now walk. I walked. Slow. Measured. Controlled. Again. I walked again. No hesitation this time. No fear, she said. I learned. That was fast. I had a good teacher. She watched me closely. You're different. I am. What changed? I stopped asking questions. That's smart. I started listening instead. That's dangerous. Only if you notice. She smiled slightly. I do notice. Then don't say anything. Silence. You're improving, she said. I know. Confidence felt strange in my mouth, but I didn't hide it. Don't get comfortable, she added. I'm not. Good. I turned away. Where is he? I asked. In his office. Meeting? Yes. Can I attend? She raised an eyebrow. Why? I need to learn. You're not required to. I want to. Wanting is irrelevant. I'll stay quiet. You always say that. This time I mean it. She studied me. Long. Hard. Then. Fine. That was enough. I walked toward his office. Knocked once. Come in. I entered. 3 men were sitting across from him. All serious. All focused. They looked at me. Curious. Judging. This is not a place for you, one of them said. I'll stand quietly, I replied. She stays, he said. No hesitation. No explanation. That was new. I stood near the wall. Silent. Listening. We can't risk this deal, one man said. We already are, he replied. The numbers don't support it. They will. That's not guaranteed. Nothing is. Silence. We need a safer option, another man said. There is no safe option. That's reckless. That's necessary. I watched him. Calm. Controlled. Confident. But I noticed something. Pause. Small. Barely there. He tapped his finger once. Then stopped. Doubt. Just a little. No one else saw it. I did. What do you think? One man asked him. I think you're hesitating. We're being careful. You're being slow. Slow keeps us safe. Slow loses opportunities. Silence. Then. What do you think? He asked suddenly. I froze. Me? Yes. The room turned to me. 3 pairs of eyes. Waiting. Judging. I stepped forward slowly. I think both sides are right. That's not an answer, one man said. It is, I replied calmly. How? I looked at him. You're confident, I said, but not certain. His eyes narrowed slightly. And you, I turned to the others, are cautious, but afraid. Silence. You don't trust the outcome, I added. That's because the risk is high, one man said. And the reward? I asked. He didn't answer. High risk, high reward, I said. That's obvious. Then why are we pretending it's something else? Silence again. I looked back at him. You already made your decision. Yes. You just want them to agree. Yes. Then don't ask. The room went still. Interesting, one man said. She's bold. She's honest, he replied. That could be a problem. It's useful. I stepped back. Thank you, I said. No emotion. No fear. Just control. Stay, he said. I stayed. The meeting continued. But something had shifted. I felt it. They felt it. Even he felt it. After a while they left. The door closed. Silence. You spoke, he said. You asked. You answered. Yes. You didn't hesitate. I learned not to. He stood up. Walked closer. You're changing. Yes. Why? Because I don't want to be like the others. That made him pause. Don't compare yourself. I'm not, I said. I'm separating myself. How? By staying. Silence. That won't be enough. It's a start. He watched me carefully. You're observing me? Yes. That's dangerous. I know. Then why do it? Because I need to understand the game. This isn't a game. It is now. That line again. But this time, it felt stronger. You think you can win? I think I can survive. That's different. Not for me. Silence. You noticed something in the meeting? He said. Yes. What? You hesitated. I didn't. You did. He didn't respond. That deal, I continued, you're not fully sure. I don't need to be sure. You need to be right. I usually am. Usually isn't always. He stepped closer. You're pushing. I'm learning. From me? Yes. That's risky. So is trusting you. Silence. You're not afraid anymore, he said. No. Why? Because fear didn't help me before. And now? Now it would only slow me down. He studied me. Long. Hard. You're becoming useful in a different way. Good. That wasn't a compliment. I didn't take it as one. Silence. I want access, I said. To what? More meetings. Why? I learn faster that way. You're not part of the business. I'm part of your image. That's different. It doesn't have to be. He didn't answer. Say no, I added. I will accept it. I didn't say no. Then say yes. Silence. You're pushing again, he said. I am. Why? Because I can. That made him stop. You think you have control. I think I'm gaining it. That's an illusion. Maybe, I said. But it's working. Silence. Fine, he said finally. Yes. You can attend. That's enough. For now. I don't need more. You will. Then I'll ask. He almost smiled. Almost. You're learning fast. I have to. Why? Because I don't want to be replaceable. That word hung in the air. Heavy. Sure. You're already not, he said. I want proof. This is your proof. No, I said. This is a start. Silence. You're different from them, he said. I know. They didn't ask for more. They didn't know they could. And you do. Yes. Why? Because I'm still here. That answer stayed. Strong. Clear. You should be careful, he said. I am. You don't look like it. That's the point. Silence. I'll prepare for the next meeting, I said. You don't prepare. I do now. I turned to leave. Sarah. I stopped. Yes. Don't forget your place. I looked back at him. Come. Unshaken. I'm still finding it, I said. And this time, I meant something very different. I walked out. Step steady. Mind sharp. Heart quiet. I wasn't the girl who walked in anymore. I wasn't confused. I wasn't lost. I was watching. Learning. Building. Piece by piece. Silence by silence. No one noticed. And that was perfect. Because I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was preparing. So, they wouldn't see me coming. You're late. I'm right on time. You're never just on time. I am today. He looked at me. Something in his eyes had changed. Not fully, but enough. Sit, he said. I sat. Calm. Composed. What happened to the deal? I asked. It fell through. That's unusual. It happens. Not to you. Silence. It's handled, he added. Of course it is. I leaned back slightly, watching him. Observing. Always observing. You're quiet, he said. I learned. That's new. It works. Silence. You've been attending meetings, he said. You allowed it. I didn't expect results. I didn't promise any. You're influencing things. I'm understanding things. That's the same. No, I said calmly. It's not. He didn't respond. Good. Another deal failed yesterday, I added. I know. 2 in a row. I said it's handled. Handled isn't fixed. His jaw tightened. You're pushing again. I'm stating facts. Silence. You're watching everything, he said. Yes. Why? Because I can. That's not an answer. It is now. Silence. I stood up slowly. Walked to the window. The city looked different lately. Or maybe I did. People are talking, I said. They always talk. This time it's different. How? They're doubting you. They shouldn't. But they are. Silence. I turned back. You built everything on control, I said. Yes. And control is slipping. It's not. It is. Silence again. Heavy. Sure. You sound confident, he said. I am. That's new. I told you. I learned. From me? From watching you. That made him pause. You're dangerous, he said. Only if you notice. I noticed. Too late. Silence. I walked back to my seat. Sat down slowly. You trust the wrong people, I said. That's not true. It is. Who? I smiled slightly. That's not my job. It is now. No, I shook my head. My job is to play my role. And you're doing more than that. Maybe. Silence. He leaned forward. Say it clearly. What? What are you doing? I held his gaze. Learning how things fall apart. That's not funny. I'm not joking. Silence. You're enjoying this, he said. No. That sounds like a lie. I don't lie. Then what is this? I paused. Just a second. Then. It's calm. He frowned. Calm? Yes. Why? Because I expected worse. Silence. You're not reacting, he said. I already did. When? When I stopped caring. That hit. I saw it. Small. But real. You care, he said. No. You're here. I have a contract. That's not the same. It is for me. Silence. A knock on the door. Come in, he said. A man walked in. Nervous. Tense. We have a problem, he said. What now, he replied. The supplier backed out. Why? They said the terms changed. They didn't. They think they did. Silence. Who told them that? He asked. We're still checking. I looked down, hiding the small smile. Fix it, he said. We're trying. Don't try. Do it. Yes. The man left. Silence filled the room again. That's 3, I said. I'm aware. Patterns matter. This is coincidence. No, I said softly. It's not. He looked at me. Long. Hard. You know something. I know people. That's not what I asked. It's what I answered. Silence. You've been talking to others? He said. Yes. Who? People who listen. That's vague. That's safe. Silence. You're building something, he said. Maybe. What? I leaned back. Relaxed. Trust. That's dangerous. So is losing it. Silence. You're interfering, he said. I'm existing. That's not the same. It is when you ignore me. He stood up. Walked closer. You think you're invisible. I know I'm not. Then stop acting like it. I stopped a while ago. Silence. You're behind this, he said. That's a strong accusation. It's a logical one. Then prove it. Silence. He couldn't. Not yet. You're careful, he said. I learned from the best. That's not a compliment. I didn't mean it as one. Silence. I stood up. Walked past him. Stopped near the door. Sarah. I turned. Yes. If you're doing something. I am. Then stop. I smiled slightly. No. Silence. That's not a request. I know. Then why refuse? Because I'm not afraid anymore. Silence. You should be. I was. And now. Now I'm watching. That won't protect you. It already is. Silence. You're changing the balance, he said. Yes. Why? Because it was never fair. It wasn't meant to be. I know. Then why fight it? I looked at him. Come. Clear. Because I can. Silence. You're risking everything. I already did when I signed. That's different. No, I said softly. This is just the part you didn't expect. Silence. You think this is justice, he said. I think this is balance. That's not your role. It is now. Silence. I opened the door. Sarah. I paused. Yes. You'll regret this. I looked back at him. No, I said quietly. You will. Silence. I walked out. Step steady. Breath even. Heart calm. Everything was moving. Slowly. Quietly. Perfectly. Deals falling. People shifting. Trust breaking. And he didn't see it. Not fully. Not yet. That was the best part. Because I wasn't doing this with anger. I wasn't reacting. I wasn't rushing. I was building. Carefully. Patiently. Silently. Every conversation. Every connection. Every small change. It all mattered. It all added up. And for the first time, I didn't feel small. I didn't feel invisible. I didn't feel replaceable. I felt something new. Something strong. Something dangerous. I felt powerful. Not because of him, but despite him. And the scariest part? I wasn't done yet. You're late again. I'm early. That's not what the clock says. I don't follow your clock anymore. Silence. He looked at me longer than usual, carefully, like he was trying to understand something that didn't make sense. You've changed, he said. Yes. That's not what I agreed to. You didn't agree to anything about who I become. I agreed to control. I smiled slightly. You had it. Silence. And now, he asked. Now you don't. That landed. I saw it. A flicker. Small. But real. Sit, he said. No. His eyes narrowed. That wasn't a request. I know. Silence. Sit, he repeated. I prefer standing. You're testing limits. I'm setting them. Silence. You think you have power, he said. I think I have enough. Enough for what? To stop being controlled. That's not your choice. It is now. Silence. Heavy. You've been interfering, he said. I've been observing. That's not what I meant. I know. Then answer properly. No. That word echoed. Stronger than before. You're crossing lines, he said. You drew those lines. And you're breaking them. I'm rewriting them. Silence. You don't understand the consequences, he said. I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do. What are they, he asked. You lose control. Silence. And you, he asked. I gain it. That's not how this works. It is now. He stood up. Walked toward me. Closer. Slower. You're pushing too far. Am I? Yes. Then stop me. Silence. He didn't move. Didn't touch me. Didn't control me. That said everything. You can't, I said softly. His jaw tightened. I don't need to. Then why are you trying? Silence. You're not reacting like before, he said. I learned. You're not afraid. No. Why? Because fear doesn't work here. It worked before. No, I said calmly. It just made me easier to control. Silence. You're not easy anymore. I know. That's a problem. For you. For both of us. No, I shook my head. Just for you. Silence. You're making mistakes, he said. Am I? Yes. Name one. He paused. That pause mattered. You're overconfident. Or maybe you're underestimating me. Silence. That's not possible. It already happened. Silence. I walked past him. Slow. Come. Sat in the chair. My chair now. You hesitated again, I said. When? Just now. I didn't. You did. Silence. You're watching too closely, he said. That's how I learn. That's how you get hurt. Not anymore. Silence. You think you're untouchable, he said. No, I replied. I think I'm prepared. That's not the same. It's enough. Silence. You've been talking to people, he said. Yes. Without my approval. Yes. That's not allowed. I stopped asking for permission. Silence. You're building something behind me, he said. I'm building myself. That's not what I asked. It's what I answered. Silence. You're dangerous now, he said. I was always dangerous. No, he shook his head slightly. You were naive. Not anymore. Silence. You think you understand this world, he said. I understand enough. That's not enough to survive. It is if I adapt. Silence. You adapted too fast. Because I had to. Silence. You're not the same girl who walked in, he said. No. That girl listened. This one chooses. Silence. That girl followed orders. This one questions them. Silence. That girl needed me. This one doesn't. That one hit. Art. I saw it. Clear. Real. You still need me, he said. No. You have a contract. I have a plan. Silence. What plan? He asked. I smiled slightly. You wouldn't like it. Tell me. No. That's not how this works. It is now. Silence. You're enjoying this, he said. No. That sounds like a lie. I don't lie. Then what is it? I paused. Then. It's balance. Silence. You call this balance? Yes. I call it chaos. Because you're losing control. Silence. I'm not losing control. You are. Silence. And it scares you. I don't get scared. You do now. Silence. He looked at me. Long. Hard. Searching. For something. Anything. You've been influencing people, he said. Yes. How? By listening. That's not enough. It is when they feel ignored. Silence. You're turning them against me. No, I said calmly. You did that yourself. Silence. I'm just helping them see it. Silence. You're playing a dangerous game, he said. I told you. It's not a game for me. It is now. Silence. You're becoming something else, he said. Yes. What? I looked at him. Come. Clear. Someone you didn't expect. Silence. That's not good, he said. For you. For you too. No, I said softly. This is exactly what I needed. Silence. You think you've won, he said. I think I'm close. That's your mistake. Or your fear. Silence. You're not afraid of me anymore, he said. No. Why? Because I see you now. What do you see? I stood up. Walked closer. Close enough to see every detail. You're not untouchable, I said. Silence. You hesitate. Silence. You doubt. Silence. You feel. His eyes changed. Just a little. That's not true. It is. Silence. And that's why you're losing. Silence. You're wrong, he said. Am I? Silence. He didn't answer. That was enough. I stepped back. Slow. Come. You don't control me anymore, I said. Silence. And that's what scares you the most. Silence. You're wrong, he repeated. But this time, it sounded weaker. I turned to leave. Sarah. I stopped. Yes. If you keep going. I will. You'll regret it. I smiled slightly. No, I said. You will. Silence. I walked out. Step steady. Heart calm. Mind sharp. I felt it now. Clear. Strong. Unavoidable. The shift. Not in the world. In him. He was watching me differently. Not like a tool. Not like a role. But like a problem. And problems made him hesitate. For the first time. He wasn't controlling everything. Not his business. Not his people. Not me. And that was something he never expected. Which made it dangerous. For him. Stay close. I always do. Not today. I looked at him. You don't trust me? I don't trust the situation. That's new. Silence. The room was full. Loud voices. Sharp eyes. Power everywhere. But something felt different. Tense. Unstable. They're watching you, I said. They always do. No, I shook my head. This time it's different. How? They're waiting. For what? For you to slip. Silence. I won't. You already have. That made him look at me. Long. Hard. Don't start, he said. I already did. Silence. Smile, he added. I smiled. Perfect. Controlled. Fake. Good, he said. I learned. That's the problem. Silence. A man stepped forward. We need to talk, he said. Later, he replied. No. Now. The tone was different. Not respectful. Not careful. Direct. That was new. Fine, he said. We moved to the center. More people gathered. Watching. Listening. Your last 3 deals failed, the man said. I'm aware. That's not normal. It happens. Not like this. Silence. You've been making risky moves, another voice added. They were calculated. They were wrong. Silence. I stepped slightly forward. He noticed. Didn't stop me. That was important. Can I say something? I asked. The room shifted. Eyes on me. He didn't answer. So I continued. You all trusted him, I said calmly. That hasn't changed, someone replied. It has, I said. You just haven't admitted it yet. Silence. You're out of line, a man said. Am I? I asked. Yes. Then tell me I'm wrong. Silence. No one spoke. That's what I thought, I said. He stepped closer to me. Sarah, he said quietly. Let her speak, someone else said. That surprised him. I saw it. Small. But real. She's part of this, the man added. No, he said. She's not. I am, I replied. Silence. I'm his wife, I said. Exactly, someone said. You see what happens behind closed doors. That was the opening. I took it. Slow. Calm. Careful. You want the truth? I asked. Yes, a voice said. No, he said. Too late. They're not asking you, I replied. Silence. Heavy. Sure. You've been questioning him, I said to the room. Yes, someone admitted. But you don't know why things are failing. Then tell us, another voice said. He stepped forward. This isn't necessary. It is, I said softly. Silence. I looked at all of them. One by one. They're not failures, I said. What are they? Someone asked. Cracks. Silence. In what? Another voice asked. In control. The room went still. You're crossing a line, he said. I crossed it a while ago. Silence. You built everything on control, I continued. That's how this works, someone said. Yes, I nodded. But what happens when control turns into manipulation? Silence. You're making accusations, he said. I'm stating facts. Prove it. I smiled slightly. I already did. How? Someone asked. I looked at them. Ask yourselves, I said. Why did those deals really fail? Bad timing, one man said. Wrong numbers, another added. No, I said. Mistrust. Silence. You started questioning him, I continued. Because things changed, someone said. Yes, I nodded. Because you finally noticed. Noticed what? A voice asked. That you were never partners, I said. Silence. You were tools. That word hit. Art. Watch your words, he said. Why? I asked calmly. Because they're true? Silence. You control everything, I said. Yes, he replied. And you expect loyalty. That's how leadership works. No, I said. That's how control works. Silence. You don't trust them, I added. They don't need my trust. And they don't trust you anymore. Silence. That one stayed. Heavy. Unavoidable. You're manipulating situations, I said. That's business. No, I shook my head. That's fear. Silence. You create pressure, I continued. You remove options. You force decisions. That's not leadership. Silence. That's control breaking. The room felt different now. Shifting. Moving. Changing. You're losing them, I said. No, he replied. Yes, I said calmly. Silence. Look at them, I added. He didn't. But they looked at him. Differently. Not respect. Not fear. Something else. Doubt. That's not my fault, he said. It is, I replied. Silence. You built this system, I continued. And now it's collapsing. Silence. You're wrong, he said. Then prove it, I replied. Silence. He couldn't. That was everything. You're enjoying this, he said. No, I said. I'm finishing it. Silence. You're exposing everything, someone said. Yes. Why? I paused. Then. Because someone had to. Silence. You could have walked away, he said. I didn't want to. Why? Because I'm not like the others. Silence. That word again. Others. They heard it. They understood it. What others? Someone asked. I looked at him. Then back at them. You think I'm the first? I said. Silence. You think this is real? I added. Silence. You think this is new? Silence. No, I said softly. It's a pattern. The room shifted again. More tension. More questions. What do you mean? Someone asked. I held his gaze. Then spoke. I'm just the latest version. Silence exploded. What? Someone said. That's not true, he said. It is, I replied. Silence. Temporary roles, I continued. Controlled relationships. Same system. Different faces. Silence. You used them, I said. They agreed, he replied. So did I said. That doesn't make it right. Silence. You built everything on control, I repeated. And now it's breaking. Silence. The room was no longer on his side. I could feel it. Clear. Strong. Unavoidable. You've been lying, someone said to him. No, he replied. Yes, I said softly. Silence. You hid the truth, I added. That's not lying. That's exactly what it is. Silence. You manipulated everything, I said. And now it's exposed. Silence. I stepped back. Calm. Still. Done. No anger. No emotion. Just truth. And that was enough. You've lost control, I said quietly. Silence. He didn't respond. Because he couldn't. I looked around the room. They weren't looking at him anymore. They were looking at me. Not as his wife. Not as his role. But as something else. Something stronger. And for the first time, I wasn't standing beside him. I was standing above him. And he knew it. I didn't hear him come in. I only felt the silence change. Everyone left, I said without turning. Yes, he replied. His voice sounded different. Not sharp. Not controlled. Just tired. I finally turned. He wasn't the same. No suit that looked perfect. No confidence in his stance. Just a man standing in a room that no longer belonged to him. You shouldn't be here, I said. I know. Then why are you? Because I had nowhere else. Silence. That's new, I said. He gave a small, bitter smile. Everything is new now. I didn't respond. He looked at me carefully. You did this, he said. I didn't do anything, I replied calmly. You exposed everything. I told the truth. That destroyed everything. No, I shook my head. You did that yourself a long time ago. Silence. He looked down. For the first time. I didn't think you would go that far, he said. I didn't think I'd stay this long. Silence. You changed, he added. Yes. I didn't expect that. You never expected much from me. That hit him. I saw it. Small shift. Regret. Real. I underestimated you, he said. Yes. That was my mistake. Yes. Silence. He stepped closer. Slower now. Careful. I lost control, he said quietly. You never had it, I replied. That made him pause. I thought I did. You thought wrong. Silence. He looked at me longer. Searching. Not for answers. For something else. I didn't mean for it to become this, he said. It always becomes this, I replied. Silence. I never thought you'd become this, he added. Say it, I said calmly. He hesitated. Stronger, he finally said. Silence. That's not what you feared, I said. What do you mean? You didn't fear my strength. Silence. You feared losing control. That made him go still. You're right, he said quietly. Silence. He exhaled slowly. I thought I was building something stable, he said. You were building control, I corrected. Silence. And now, he asked. Now it's gone. Silence. He nodded slightly. Like he accepted it. Finally. I didn't expect regret, he said. Everyone does, I replied. No, he shook his head. Not like this. Silence. I never thought I'd look at you and feel. He stopped. Say it, I said. He looked at me. Long. Heavy. Loss, he said. Silence. That word stayed in the air. Soft. But sharp. I didn't expect that either, I said. Silence. He took a breath. I'm sorry, he said. It wasn't loud. It wasn't confident. It was real. I looked at him. No reaction. No change in expression. Just silence. I know it doesn't fix anything, he added quickly. It doesn't, I said. Silence. But I had to say it. Why? Because I finally see it. See what? What I did. Silence. I nodded slowly. Good, I said. That confused him. Good? Yes. Why? Because awareness comes late, but it still comes. Silence. You don't sound angry, he said. I'm not. That surprises me. It shouldn't. Silence. I thought you'd hate me, he said. I did, I replied. Silence. And now? I looked at him carefully. Now I don't feel anything strong enough to matter. That hit harder than anger. I saw it in his face. Confusion. Then pain. You've changed completely, he said. Yes. Because of me? No, I said. Because of everything you were part of. Silence. He stepped closer again. Slower. Careful. If I had done things differently, he said. You didn't. I could have. But you didn't. Silence. I didn't know you would become someone I respect, he said quietly. That's not my problem. I know. Silence. And someone I regret hurting, he added. That word again. Regret. I nodded once. I hear you, I said. Silence. But, he asked. There is no but. Silence. He looked at me like he wanted something more. Something I no longer had. I don't expect forgiveness, he said. Good, I replied. Silence. I don't even know what I expected, he admitted. Control, I said simply. He gave a small broken laugh. Even now? Yes. Silence. He looked away for a moment. Then back. I lost everything, he said. You lost control, I corrected. That feels the same. It isn't. Silence. What are you going to do now? He asked. I already started. Started what? Something without you. Silence. That hurt him. I could see it. But I didn't soften it. I thought you'd come back, he said quietly. I never left emotionally, I replied. I left mentally a long time ago. Silence. He nodded slowly. I see that now. Silence. I should have treated you differently, he said. Yes. I didn't. Yes. Silence. And now it's too late, he added. Yes. Silence. He took a step back. Like distance mattered now. I wish I could change it, he said. I know. But I can't. No, I said softly. You can't. Silence. He looked at me one last time. Not as power. Not as control. Just a man who finally understood what he lost. I'm sorry, he said again. I nodded. I know. Silence. He turned slowly. Walked toward the door. Stopped. You were right, he said without looking back. About what? This wasn't a game. I stayed silent. It was always real, he added. Then he left. The door closed. Quiet. Final. I stood there alone. Still. Calm. Empty. Not broken. Not angry. Just finished. Because the girl who once needed his approval no longer existed. The room was quiet. Too quiet. Not like before. The silence felt final. I stood by the window watching the city below. Everything was still moving. But not me. Sarah. I didn't turn. I know you're there, I said. Yes. I finally turned. He was standing near the door. Not inside my world anymore. Just at the edge of it. You came back, I said. I needed to. No, I shook my head. You wanted to. Silence. Maybe both, he admitted. I nodded slowly. That sounds more honest. Silence. He stepped forward slightly. Then stopped. Like he wasn't sure he had permission anymore. Everything is gone, he said quietly. Yes. You built that. I know. Silence. I crossed my arms. So what do you want? I asked. He didn't answer immediately. That hesitation told me everything. I don't know, he finally said. I almost smiled. Good, I replied. That confused him. Good? Yes. Why? Because for the first time, you're not controlling the answer. Silence. He looked down. Then back at me. You really changed, he said. Yes. Completely. Yes. Silence. I used to think I understood you, he said. You never did. I see that now. Silence. And I think I understand you too, I added. He looked up. What do you mean? You don't know how to live without control. Silence. That's not true, he said quietly. It is. Silence. He didn't argue. That surprised me. I came to ask you something, he said. What? Can we fix this? Silence. I stared at him. Not angry. Not emotional. Just clear. Fix what? I asked. Us. I exhaled slowly. There was never an us, I said. Silence. That's not what it felt like, he replied. It was always a system. Silence. You were part of it, he said. Yes. And now? Now I'm not. Silence. He nodded slightly, like he already knew. I lost you, he said. You never had me, I replied. Silence. That one hit him harder. I could see it. Small shift. Real pain. I didn't mean for things to go this far, he said. They always do, I replied softly. Silence. I didn't expect you to become this strong, he added. I didn't either, I said honestly. Silence. Do you hate me? He asked. That question lingered. I thought about it. Really thought. No, I said. He blinked. No. No. Why not? Because hate still connects you to someone. Silence. And I don't want that connection anymore. That made him go still. Then what do you feel? He asked. I paused. Then answered truthfully. Nothing strong enough to pull me back. Silence. That's worse than hate, he said quietly. Yes, I agreed. Silence. He looked at me like he was searching for something that wasn't there anymore. Can you forgive me? He asked. I shook my head. No. Silence. Will you ever? He asked. I thought again. No. Silence. He nodded slowly. I understand, he said. I believed him. This time. Silence filled the room again. Heavy. Final. I don't know how to move forward, he admitted. That's not my responsibility, I said. Silence. He looked down, then spoke softly. You were the only thing I didn't control. That made me pause. Just slightly. But you still tried, I said. Yes. Silence. That's why this ended, I added. He nodded. I see that now. Silence. A long one. I walked past him. Stopped near the table. There was a file there. My name still on it. The contract. I looked at it. Then at him. This ends today, I said. He nodded again. Yes. I picked up the file. Held it for a moment. You know, I said quietly. What? I thought this would break me. Silence. But it didn't. He looked at me. Nothing breaks you anymore, he said. No, I corrected. Something did. He frowned slightly. What? Everything before this. Silence. I placed the file back down. Carefully. Slowly. Are you leaving? He asked. Yes. Where? I looked at him. I don't know yet. Silence. He stepped forward. Stay, he said quietly. That word. Simple. Heavy. I shook my head. No. Why? Because staying would mean going backward. Silence. And you won't? He asked. No. Silence. He nodded. Like he accepted it. Finally. I understand, he said again. This time, it sounded real. I walked toward the door. Stopped. Turned back once. I don't hate you, I said. He looked at me. I know. And I don't love you, I added. I know that too. Silence. I just understand you, I said softly. And that's enough, he replied. I nodded once. Yes. Silence. I turned to leave again. Sarah. I stopped. Yes. Did I ever matter to you? He asked quietly. I didn't answer immediately. I thought. Carefully. Honestly. Yes, I said finally. Silence. But not the way you think. He nodded slowly. I understand, he said. I walked out. This time. I didn't look back. The hallway felt longer. Not because it changed, but because I did. Each step forward felt lighter. Not because I had everything, but because I didn't need everything anymore. I reached the exit. Paused for a moment. Breath steady. Heart calm. I wasn't the girl who walked in anymore. I wasn't the woman who signed a contract. I wasn't someone's wife. I wasn't someone's role. I was just me. And for the first time in a long time, that was enough. I stepped outside. The world was still the same. But I wasn't. And that was the choice that defined me. I stood at the edge of the city road. No guards. No mansion. No rules. Just wind. And silence. I held nothing in my hands. But I didn't feel empty. You're really leaving? A voice asked behind me. I turned slightly. Yes, I said. You won't come back? No. Not even once? I shook my head. No reason to. Silence. The driver looked at me carefully. You're different from when you arrived, he said. I know. What happened to you? I looked ahead. I happened to myself. Silence. He didn't ask more. That was good. The car door was open. But I didn't rush. Not anymore. I stepped back instead. Just once. Looking at everything behind me. Not the mansion. Not him. Not the system. Just the version of me that walked in desperate. I used to think I needed a job, I said softly. The driver stayed quiet. I used to think I needed saving. Still silence. I used to think I was small. I took a breath. I was wrong. I turned fully now. Got into the car. Where to? He asked. I paused. Then. Anywhere forward. The door closed. The car moved. And the city started passing by. Slow. Unbothered. Alive. I watched it without fear. Without pressure. Without anything pulling me back. You okay? The driver asked. I thought about it. Then nodded. Yes. Where will you go now? I don't know yet. Silence. That doesn't scare you? No, I said. Why not? Because not knowing used to scare me. And now it feels like freedom. Silence. I leaned back, closed my eyes for a moment. But my mind stayed awake. Not restless. Not confused. Clear. For the first time in a long time, I thought about everything. The contract. The lies. The control. The silence. The betrayal. The shift. And then, me. Not who I was. Not who they made me. But who I became. I opened my eyes again. The city was still moving. So was I. You seem calm, the driver said. I am, I replied. You don't regret it? I thought about that. Carefully. Honestly. No, I said. Silence. Not even him? He asked. I shook my head. No. Why not? Because he was part of the beginning, I said softly. But not the end. Silence. And what's the end? He asked. I looked out the window. Me. The car kept moving. Quiet. Steady. Farther away from everything I knew. But closer to everything I was becoming. I thought about fear. About control. About silence. They used to define me. Now they didn't. Now I define myself. You know, I said quietly. What? I didn't win by destroying him. Silence. I won by leaving who I was. The driver nodded slightly. I think that's better, he said. I think so too, I replied. Silence again. I rested my head against the window. The glass was cool. Real. Present. No illusions. Just truth. And in that truth, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Peace. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just steady. I used to think life was about surviving, I said softly. And now, he asked. Now I know it's about choosing. Silence. You're going somewhere big, he said. I already am, I replied. The car kept moving. The past stayed behind. Not chasing. Not calling. Just fading. I didn't look back. Not once. Because looking back would mean questioning. And I had no questions left. Only direction. Forward. Always forward. And somewhere deep inside me, I finally understood something simple. I wasn't the poor girl who walked into the wrong place. I wasn't the wife in a contract. I wasn't the tool in someone else's system. I wasn't the silence they tried to shape. I was the storm that learned to stand still, before choosing when to move again. The car slowed slightly. You're here, the driver said. I opened my eyes. A new street. A new place. A new beginning. No name mattered yet. Because I hadn't decided who I would become next. I stepped out slowly. The air felt different. Lighter. Like it recognized me. Good luck, the driver said. I smiled slightly. I don't need luck, I replied. He nodded. And drove away. I stood there alone. But not lonely. For the first time. I wasn't searching for a place to belong. I was becoming the place. I took a step forward. Then another. No fear. No hesitation. No past pulling me back. Only me. And the life I chose. Because I learned something that changed everything. Power isn't given. It's taken. Built. Protected. And sometimes, the wrong door doesn't destroy you. Reveals you. And I didn't regret a single step that brought me here. Because without all of it, I would have never discovered the woman I became.